Okay, I thought I'd put together a video and talk about the practice week and PLNs in general a little bit and let you know we're going to post the rest of the course. It goes out through the 19th of June. I will post the entire thing today. I believe besides the practice week activity, which is a daily activity, we will talk about one other tool and then one more discussion about connectivism. And then, of course, your final project is due the 19th. So um, we're really on the downhill slide now for the course. This is a diagram of my PLN. And if we look at the center of my PLN, it's Twitter. Okay? If we look at some of the other tools that we've talked about, here's Digo. And I show arrows from Digo flowing towards my Twitter and from Twitter flowing out to Digo. Sometimes I'm on Twitter, I pick something, I go bookmark it. Sometimes I'm in Digo and I want to share it out via Twitter, so I do that. Over here is Google Reader, and Google Reader also has an arrow heading towards my Twitter. Okay? Down here it's an icon for a blogger, I believe, or something, but it represents blogs. And this flows a lot of times the things that I find in my blogs that I follow flow to Twitter, and sometimes the things that are in Twitter flow out to my blogs. Where do I catch these? A lot of times my blogs are picked up via Google Reader, so sometimes those tools are kind of combined. I do blog about things that I see in Twitter once in a while myself. Over in here, you can see these two arrows between blogs and Google Reader. There's a connection there for me too, a flow of information. Nings. I kind of have Ning flowing in as a one-way conversation to Twitter. I don't post a lot on the Nings on Web Classroom 2.0, which is the Ning that we're going to be talking about. I have posted there, but not as much as my own blog. Over here is a fairly new addition for me, and it's LinkedIn. And we aren't going to cover that in the course. And this down here in this corner could be Pinterest. It could be Facebook for you. You could have another circle over here that is, I know Pinterest is popular. Where does it fit? It just doesn't fit in mine right now. This is mine. Yours may look completely different. But the three main tools coming across the top here are where we put a lot of time and effort. Now we are going to also have Ning in our tools as well. So that's a diagram of my PLN. This would be very similar to what your final project might look like. I've had very plain diagrams to very intricate diagrams to small papers explaining their PLN, and you'll see in the final project there's several options to do that. So that is our PLN. Now for our practice week, if we look at the course and we talk about the practice week, and obviously I've got to change the date here, but here's what you're going to be doing. You're going to be daily reading of your Google Reader, daily posting to the Digo group, okay, daily posting to our hashtag, which is #AEAPLN. So if we look at our Digo group, trying to take a look at, now I got a few things to moderate, it looks like. A few people need approval. We'll grab those folks. Okay, get those folks in. And now let's go ahead and let's go ahead and look at our group. Here's the Digo group. You guys are doing a good job of posting that. Look at all the information that we've put together as a group. It's really amazing how fast a group will build up a body of work. Um, so those are the three things that we are expected to do. I will talk to you about one little thing in Google Reader that I find handy now that you have a Twitter account, is if you go over to Reader Settings over here in this wheel, and you go to Send To, and you can even put Twitter in here, and you could put some other things in here, Posterous and Orkut and MySpace and Instapaper, and it's too bad that Digo isn't in this list yet. I think that would be nice to have. But what that allows me to do is if I'm in my Google Reader and I find something that I think is worth sharing with everyone, or I want everybody to see. What was that first one I kind of thought was cute today? I think it was in, no, I'm looking. Still looking. Yeah, here it is. 10 geeky wedding gifts for the happy couple. It is June. So let's say I read through this already this morning. I thought it was cute. I'm going to go ahead and go to Twitter. It's going to make me log into Twitter. Like I said. There. And now it's a tweet. How do I get it? I go in and I edit the thing and I say pound AEA PLN to make sure that it's there. Okay. I'm going to tweet that. Okay. Same article. Maybe it's worth putting into Digo. So I'm going to go ahead and click through here. And I've got my Digo toolbar right here. I'm going to go ahead and hit the bookmark. And I'm going to go to more options, share to a group, pick our group, and hit save. So I just took care of one of my Digos, one of my Twitters, and I obviously did that out of Google Reader. Couple things about TweetDeck here. If you look at our PLN, obviously, here's the tweet that I just sent. You can get some information. We'll go ahead and look at Chandra here. If I click on her, I go to other actions and I go view profile, I can get some information about her. I can see just her tweets. I can see how many people she's following, and there is a direct link to her Twitter page. Now I can also direct message someone. If you look at this little icon here, if I hit that, notice what happens over here. D, which is also works for direct messages. And I'm saying, glad to see you are having fun with Twitter. I think she mentioned something about changing the background in Twitter. Okay. Now where is this? Well, this is in the direct messages. It's not going to show up in our timeline. It's going to show up over here, and her and I can kind of have a conversation in Twitter. It is not the most secure thing in the world. Don't think of it like email, but it is one way that you can do a few direct messages. Okay. So back in the course today, we're going to go ahead and just take a look down the road a little bit. We are going to have an online community, a practice week reflection, and an online community reflection. Joining Ning 2.0, which is this site, which I think we have pretty good directions to use in this site. This is the site we're going to use. As long as they haven't changed the site on me in the last 2 weeks too much, we're going to be okay as far as getting in there and doing the directions. And finally, at the end of this, the conclusion piece, we are going to be pushbacks on using a PLN, criticism of connectivism, concerns of PLNs, and then your final project. So if we look at where we're at, basically you've got a practice week this week where Monday through Friday you are going to post every day using our tools, and you're going to have about 3 reflections and or forums that we're going to fill out, and then the final project due a week from Monday. So this will probably be my last video, and I hope that you've enjoyed the course. You've been a great group, and I offer this course quite often, so if someone that you know, one of your colleagues, you'd like to be able to have them up to speed on Twitter, you have 2 options. You can teach them up yourself, or you can find this course open for them, especially if they are looking for a course anyway. So this is my last video, like I said, and I've enjoyed having you. And if you have any questions, post them in the forum so that we can get those things answered right away. And good luck to you this week. I think this week will be a very rewarding week for you, and you'll start to get the feeling for how your PLN can be a powerful thing.